Hey there, this is Technics. I'm just doing this video. I posted in my description of a clip that I'd put on this video here or on my Potion Master video here that I was going to do a more in-depth video of it, kind of showcasing it, um, and I just kind of felt like doing it right now. So anyway, um, I've been working on this Potion Master. I was influenced by, I honestly can't think of who influenced me right now. I'm gonna have to post links to the video that was kind of triggered my want to do this. But we've been talking about doing. A lot of people in one of my survival servers talks about doing. They were talking about doing potions, and I was kind of thinking, well, a lot of people do automated potion machines, but they are all you either dump everything in and it just it turns out the same potions over and over and over, or I have actually seen a couple since I've been kind of surfing around on YouTube. I've found a couple that actually are pretty kind of like this one where you just push a button and you get the potions. I actually kind of like their ideas a little bit. That they have some good ideas in the sense that um, uh, basically it doesn't, like the one I was just looking at has an automatic check, and it basically if it's empty, then it automatically makes them. That way, if you push the button, it fills the chest instantly. This one you actually do have to wait because you push the button, and it triggers the process, and then you have to wait for everything to drop. I also have a couple timers on here, so that it basically makes sure that things drop at the right time. And so, of course. So anyway, took me a little while. I had a number of iterations, but this is the one that I have currently implemented on the survival server that I'm on. Sorry, let's get rid of some of this stuff. Oops, I'm gonna keep that. Oh boy. All right. Anyway, I went through and basically did. There's a list of potions that's on the wiki, and even though a number of them have multiple recipes, I kind of had to narrow it down to one recipe per potion, just to make it easier. But then I grouped them. So basically the night vision and the invisibility are the similar ones, so that it's the same ingredient, same base ingredient, and then just adding the glowstone dust or the redstone dust, depending on what whether you want length or the second version of the potion. Let's see. I also have a little toggle, so if you want to do splash potions, and then of course over here is where my of course, right when I start recording, my keyboard starts going out. I'm in the process of getting a new keyboard that is not wireless. I've had this one forever. So, this is my the chest that everything goes into when it dumps out. This is my bottle fill. My activity lights. Let's see. Let's go around and show some of the redstoning I got going on here. Anyway, let's see. So basically, what happens is these buttons trigger the redstone on the back end here. So in a number of places, and then what I had done is I took for each color goes to a particular hopper and triggers the hopper to dispense So I've got the glycerine melon. This is sugar, golden carrots. See down here, magma, rabbit's foot, gas tear, pufferfish, blaze powder. I also have a separate little hopper system for the gunpowder. This is for splash potions. So if you notice right here, there's a let's see, let's push this up real quick. Then this wool pops up, basically connecting the circuit, which triggers the gunpowder at the very end, because I have it set to drop into this dropper down here after everything else. Same as the where is it located here? Right down here. I have my nether wart. This is set to go before anything else. So what basically I have going on here, it's a little complicated, but it's just how I kind of came up with it. Let's see here. I have a check here going on right behind this hopper that says, let's see, trying to get over here. Okay, there we go. So I have a comparator right here, and if anything comes through into this hopper, it stops it. It turns off that little redstone torch right there, and it triggers this, and it dumps. Oops, sorry. Triggers this right here, and it dumps a nether wart in there. As soon as the nether wart goes in there, it also triggers this timer, and I have down here, I have a timer right here linking to, there's a couple single ticks, and then an etho timer that's set for a specific amount of time. Let's see, where's my, there it is, 27. And then it comes up here, and of course this triggers the clock saying that it's brewing. It also, what it does is it will tick every single time that a new ingredient hits one of these hoppers. So basically what it does is it controls how the ingredients are being dropped into here. So let me hit a button here, and I'm going to turn this on, and I'm going to hit a let's see, a potion of healing 2. So what this does now is it's going to go into preparation. It's going to drop the existing, because this turns off, it's going to drop the existing bottles of water that are in there. So if you already have something brewed, it will, it'll drop those in there. Otherwise, there, see, now it started. It's in sort of the second half of the preparation process, and it dropped bottles in there. And then as soon as it's ready, it's going to hit there, see the timer there, and now it's brewing, and it's going to drop the nether wart in there, because that's the first thing that just went in there, and everything else is going to be held right back. See, there's the next ingredient that's going to be held, and then these two are in here. So as soon as this next one goes, that's going to go into here, and it's going to stay, and then it's going to trigger their timer again, and then now the melon's in here, and it's going to do that for each of them. Basically, it just sort of regulates, how everything's dropped into here. I do have a little, the timer's probably a little bit longer than it needs to be, so I'm gonna mess with that and see if I can get it to go a little bit quicker. Because there is a tiny bit of about a second or so in between each of these going in. But let's see, this is almost done here. And that's done, and then there's the gunpowder. And so as soon as the gunpowder is done, we're waiting. Then that timer on the back is done, because there's no more ingredients, and basically it turns on the finish light, and you can go ahead and take your splash potion of healing and heal yourself. Of course, I'm in creative right now. And then also, yeah, the other thing is that these are all the main ingredients, and then here are the extra ingredients that for the additional glowstone and redstone and fermented spider eye, and these are all individually. These are for each of the ones that need them. Basically, I have those triggering individually. So these will trigger the main ingredients, and then anything that needs one of those other ingredients will trigger one of these lines of redstone that go to these hoppers and dump those in there. So I mean, that's pretty much it. So now I'm gonna run over, and now I'm on my survival server, and I am just going to show off really quick how I've implemented this over here. It took a little while, but what I did actually took longer to develop and put it together. But I just basically, in World Edit, just sort of cut it into layers and then put down each layer. You might have seen behind the other on my Creative World little layers of it, and then I just sort of took screenshots and built it in layers. But anyway, this is how I have it implemented. I took just dug out a big hole, and then I can go in and just fill all of these. Put a little staircase in here so I can get up here. So now I can go and oh, those aren't, sorry. There we go. So I can go and fill these with things. Here we cap our hoppers with furnaces to reduce the lag. So, and then I have everything. I actually have everything labeled on the back because this is where I come to refill everything. But anyway, so I don't think I'm actually going to do a build of this because I really don't feel like building it again. I just wanted to kind of show it off. I know there's a number of other builds that are, I think I would like to. I don't know if I want to rebuild it, but I know there's a couple things missing from it. I do not have any way of telling if anything's empty. I have a lot of stuff in most of the ingredients, so I cannot be worried about it. Plus, not everybody's using it. I'm the only one really using it right now. But I do keep track of the more rare ingredients, like the rabbit's feet. I only have a couple of those because there's a little bit harder to get. Also, I do have an issue where I haven't done any kind of regulation on it, where if you spam the buttons, it's going to start dropping a whole bunch of ingredients into the hoppers, and it's kind of going to screw up the thing. So I know I can only push one at a time, but obviously, I've kind of warned if like someone jumps in here, if they decide to like push a button or something, not to not to spam them, or else it's going to overload it. I don't have any regulation. I would like to do that, make it so once something's brewing, it sort of shuts everything off. But anyway, so I hope you liked it, and if you want more of these, or do want to see more builds, I do have a lot of kind of crazy build ideas that I'm coming up with right now, and hopefully we'll be implementing them in this survival server. Also, my friend and I are going to be doing some playthroughs of probably some CTMs and stuff. I think we're getting ready to do Wayward Wonders. I know it's an older one, but we're still wanting to sort of start somewhere, and it's supposed to be a good one. So anyway, so like if you like, and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, because I will be posting more of this now that I have everything set up. But all right, thanks.